Um, where are we at with the car? You tell me. Normally when you take a car in, they put it up, they look at it, they tell you what's wrong, and let you know what it's going to cost. But now that the insurance company's involved, I wish we wouldn't have called them right away. I would have just had them check it out and then called the insurance company. But now we have to wait for them before they'll give us any information. They have to come out and take pictures and decide if they're going to cover it because of the extenuating circumstances. They don't always cover when you run something over because they consider that your fault. But because it was on the freeway and my husband couldn't swerve, you had traffic on either side of him. It was during rush hour. They might cover it. So we'll see. And I do appreciate the ideas. You guys have given me a lot of great ideas that I'm definitely going to consider. So yeah, we're no further ahead right now. We're just waiting. We're just playing the waiting game. And hopefully we'll know something this afternoon. My husband said he'll call me as soon as he hears something. But I want to go out and do the lunch rush. It was actually more profitable yesterday. I did the lunch rush than it was the dinner rush, which is weird. It's usually not like that. But we'll see. So I'm going to take you guys with me because it's absolutely beautiful out. Anyway, let's get ready. Let's make some coffee and then we'll head out.
She moves like a map with no borders, a whisper caught in the wind. I see her boots at the corner cafe with a notebook and a grin. She's chasing skies I've never named while I stay in my lane. But something in the way she moves keeps pulling at my chain.
This order was for, what was it, 647, 1.1 miles. Can't beat that. So I'm going to take you with me and you guys can see it's a nice drive. Turn the camera around.
She moves like a map with no borders, a whisper caught in the wind. I see her boots at the corner cafe with a notebook and a grin. She's chasing skies I've never named while I stay in my lane. But something in the way she moves keeps pulling at my chain. Oh, traveler, you carry the sun in your stride, leaving behind what I hold inside. If I don't ask your name today, I may never get the chance to walk beside your wandering dance. She hums a tune I've never heard in languages I can't speak. She writes down cities on her wrist and dreams she'll never keep. I sip my coffee, miss my cue, still anchored by my fear. But time rolls on like open roads, and soon she won't be here. Oh, traveler, you carry the sun in your stride, leaving behind what I hold inside.
Well, this was a good day. I'm glad I came out. Like I said, I don't normally do lunch rushes, but lately they've just been more profitable than the dinner rush. So yeah, made some money, had some quick orders, and now we're gonna go pick up the grandkids. And it's heating up a little bit. Well, it was 75 when I first came out. Now it's 78, but hey, it's still, that's not too bad. When it's not in the 90s, I'm happy. I need to turn this around so you guys can see the scenery. Okay, so still didn't hear from my husband. I'm sure he would have called me on his lunch break if he had heard anything about the car. So I don't know how long this is going to take. But like I said, in the meantime, I am really looking into getting an e-bike. Even if I get one and I decide that I don't like doing it for delivery, you know, that would be the main reason for getting it. But if I decide that it's a hassle and I'm not comfortable, I still wanted one just for recreational use, for camping, you know, just, I want one. I've wanted one for a long time. So I am definitely looking into getting one. I think it would be nice to have, like I said, especially when we go camping. There's so many times, you know, because you don't want to have to take the whole car, especially when it's things that are, you know, not quite within walking distance, or, you know, if you're going to be bringing back heavy stuff, you know, with an e-bike, I have a basket. It just makes sense to have one, and they just look like a lot of fun. And you know me, I'm all about having fun and doing things outdoors. So, and I see more and more people doing them. I see couples riding them at night. It just, I don't know. I think my husband and I would really enjoy that. It would be awesome to get 2 bikes, and then we could go down to the beach, go riding. Let's manifest that for Christmas. We want 2 e-bikes for Christmas. You know, I don't know what they cost. The ones that I was looking at are like $2,400, but I've seen them for cheaper, and you know, maybe you can get them used. We'll see. I can dream, right? And I think those would be a really nice thing to have in our retirement. You know, with gas prices and stuff, there's sometimes when it would be nice to just hop on the bike, because I live not even a mile from the grocery store. I would take the bike. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons to have one. Plus, I wanted to start my biker gang. My little old lady from Pasadena biker gang, and we would wear pink or purple. I'm not sure. I like purple too. But I would paint my bike and put stuff all over my basket, get a horn, and just nerd it out. So did any of you guys watch that series I told you about, 4 seasons? It's on Netflix. Really cute, really cute. I don't really get a chance to watch a lot of TV. I try to watch things on YouTube because I have a lot of friends that have channels, and I try to be supportive and watch them. And there's a lot of good stuff on YouTube, but I always get caught up in the same thing. I love the YouTube channels that are about bushcrafting and camping in the snow. That's my weakness. I love those, especially the ones where they don't even talk. They just show you what they're doing, just surviving out in the wilderness alone and cooking. I don't know. There's just something about those shows. I just love them. And van life shows. I love watching people that are doing the van life thing. What else do I watch? You know, I watch a lot of my friends that are content creators. A lot of them are, you know, older like me, in their 60s, or they're doing retirement channels, or just life coaching, that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. Inspirational. And I haven't done it in a while, but I'm going to leave links in the description of this video to some of my favorite channels, so you guys can check them out. Okay, let's pull the windows down a little bit. What a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. Do my eyebrows look like I white them out? Somebody asked why I white out my eyebrows. It's like, they're dark. My eyebrows are dark. You know, when I went to get them done, because I highlight my hair, you know, it's blonde. I wanted my eyebrows to match my roots, my natural color. So my eyebrows are dark. So I was surprised that somebody said that. They were asking, they weren't. And the way they said it, it was, you know, they're trying to be insulting, but they said, why do old ladies white out their eyebrows? I was like, huh? What? I don't know. Maybe it was with the device they're watching me on. Maybe it looks like that, or maybe because of the lighting, but come on. I don't white them out. I get asked a lot of weird stuff, you know. Usually when people are trying to be, I guess, insulting or whatever, they say weird things like that. What did I have a guy say recently? Oh, you know what? Those kind of comments don't usually bother me. I just, you know, I just delete them. But I got the rudest comment, and it was from when I clicked on their channel, because they actually had a channel. It was a retirement channel, but it only had like 45 subscribers. They weren't even doing anything with it, but that was their name. It led you to believe that they actually had a channel. And there was, you know, it was a husband and wife, and they looked normal, nice people, but the comment they left me was just so rude and condescending. I was taken back by it. I was just like, what the hell? You know, they're just, oh, what did they say to me? Stupid is as stupid does, and just terrible. Just, and I even said that. I was just taken back because they look like normal, you know, mature people, and they talked like angry teenagers or something. It was bizarre. And I should have kept it. You know, I want to do like a video where I show you some of the weirder comments I get, and that one topped the list to me, because like I said, they looked like normal people, you know, that were, you know, they were my age, and I don't know, they just, the way they talked just didn't match the way they looked, their behavior. And I was just like kind of shocked by it. Just, but you know, some people just, what is it my mom used to say? You either have class or you don't. It's not something you can buy. And some people just don't have it. The same with grace. So yeah, it was startling. But I erased it. I always erase the nasty ones, but some of them are kind of comical. Like I said, I should save them and do a show for you guys so you could see some of the stuff I get to deal with. You know, most of the really terrible ones are usually, they're younger people. They'll have a picture up and you're like, okay, I get it. They're immature, they're young, and they say stupid things. But it's always shocking when it's, you know, somebody that's my age that behaves like that. Let's see, another one I got was, it's laughable, stupid old hags like you talk like this, get back to work, old lady, or something like that. Okay, I was talking about how I like to work and I enjoy what I'm doing. So I don't know, I think some people just read the title and they just make a comment. They don't actually watch the video. So that's why I don't really care. It's like they don't care. They didn't watch the video. They're just looking for somebody to dump on. You know, some people don't have lives, and you never know what their reason is. You know, they're bored. They go around just leaving nasty comments everywhere they go. They're just charming. You know, I'm sure they have lots of friends and wonderful lives. They sound like just lovely people, all of them. I saw this one lady that I watch, Carolyn, and she made the funniest video today. It was sarcasm, but I loved it. I thought she's so funny. She gets told a lot that she needs to have some work done. She's beautiful, by the way, absolutely beautiful lady. But you know, she's my age, you know, and we have things happening that comes with age, you know. We get lines and stuff in our face, and she gets comments on it, and um, so she was saying, since you know, obviously she's so ugly, because this is what people are telling her, she's so ugly, she needs to have work done. She's decided to set up a GoFundMe account, you know, because this is obviously important. She needs to get this taken care of. And so she was just saying that if every one of her subscribers, she has like 40 something subscribers, would each donate $1, she'd be able to get the work done, you know? And I thought I love that. That was a great response because, you know, no matter who you are, no matter how wonderful you are or how lovely your channel is, you're going to get rude comments. It's part of life, you know? There's some people actually live for that. That's what they do. They go around, you know, leaving nasty comments. And then there's other people that go around and just drop diamonds everywhere they go. They just want to uplift and encourage and inspire. And I have a lot of people like that here, and I really appreciate that because, you know, just a few kind words can really change somebody's day and turn things around. Because I know there's been days when I'm just not feeling it, and I'll come online and I'll start reading my comments, and I'm just always blown away, humbled by the kind words and the time that people take to write out thoughtful comments and share their stories with me. I really do appreciate it. So the vast majority of them are wonderful and amazing. And like I said, the few that do leave stuff, a lot of times they're so bad it's comical. You know this person is obviously very unhappy that that I could make them that angry. You know what I mean? It's like, what did I do that upset you so much that you felt compelled to leave such a message? And you almost got to feel sorry for them because obviously there's something wrong with them, you know? Anyway, it's getting hot. I think I'm going to sit outside the car. So I'm going to close this one out. I'm sure it's long. I'm going to include some footage from today. It was so beautiful out. And if I hear anything about the car, I'll come back and let you guys know. But I think we would have heard something by now. It'll probably be, later on this week. What is it, Wednesday? So hopefully by Friday, let's hope we hear something. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.